Well, hello, my wayward sinners out there. It's your humble little hootie, Hazbin Hoots, here with the second review of Hazbin Hotel Season 1, Radio Killed the Video Star. For those who don't know, it's a little nod to the song Video Killed the Radio Star, originally made by Bruce Woolley and the Camera Club back in 1979, but was later covered by British new wave / pop band, The Bugles, which if any of you guys know the song knows that version instead of the original. Random tidbits about music aside, this is a really interesting episode as we get into more depth with the Vees and their day, and it goes into depth with the rivalry with Alastor and Vees, which is speculated to whether be they were friends or business partners, with a song that reveals more about the two's former friendship. And on top of that, it continues the looming threat of the upcoming extermination now that Adam has shortened the time between executions, and the stress that builds in Charlie that will lead her to make a possibly devastatingly bad decision later on down the road. But we'll get back to that when we cross that fiery and shadowed bridge. Let's stop wasting time. Grab a seat, grab some snacks and drinks, and let's get to the episode. Hazbin Hotel Season 1, Episode 2, Radio Killed the Video Star. Radio killed the video star. Fox asked Alastor to join the Vees. He said no, and now he's pissy. That's the tea. Sorry. We pick up with Charlie back at the hotel as he tries to think of a plan for the recent rib bone thrown into Charlie's plan to rehabilitate one sinner before the next execution, trying to rationalize this horrible situation they're in while imploding on the inside. Meanwhile, Vaggie does her best to calm her down before she pops a blood vessel. Meanwhile, Angel Dust puts doubt in the already stressful situation while he gets a load of texts. Jeez, get your mind out of the gutter. Load of text. I can make these jokes because it's my show. So, I can make immature jokes and you can't. He gets loads of texts from Valentino about a video he's thinking of and brings up temperature play, which I'm not going to explain to here. If you're of age, you can Google it. Just don't tell me about it. Ugh. And the texts become more aggressive, a sign of the abusive relationship that they have. And I can understand why people hate Valentino and Episode 4 Masquerade, but that's a topic we'll get to when we get there. And I can already tell it's going to be a very divisive one, let me tell you. He tells Charlie that things aren't looking up as hell is losing it over the news that the execution time has been cut in half. Vaggie makes a point that people might want to join the hotel in an attempt to get out of the chaos of the next execution when the first visitor shows up and blasts a hole in the wall, weirdly enough in the shape of a heart.
Tell Alastor, come and face it. Oh, there you are.
You know, I like to think that he wasn't there when he blasted a hole in the wall, but teleported there to make it seem like he was, and wasn't even bothered by the explosion under him. Also, he's drinking from a mug that says, "Oh dear," which is just too cute. Just having a nice cup of black coffee to start the morning. I think that's what it is. We don't know what time it is unless the sky is dark. Also, apparently from what Viv says, in her live streams, that she talks about the lore of the characters and reveals stuff about Alastor, like the fact that he doesn't like dogs or being touched, and he doesn't like tea? How dare you! We Hoots all love the sweet and savory taste of a nice cup of joe. We making our own coffee, Hoots Brew Coffee, not a real coffee brand. For now. But we also like a nice spot of tea after a long day of reviewing a show, or after going on one of Lord Hootington's hunts. They have a nice little funny back and forth where Alastor acts like he doesn't know who Pinchas is, which is just Alastor messing with him, knowing that Pinchas craves attention and he desires to be part of the almighty Vees and that they'll finally acknowledge him. which I don't know why he thinks are so great. They're just a bunch of smug wannabes who don't heed when they've been warned. Just a song for later on in the series. Nifty perches on Alastor and takes a liking to Pinchas, calling him a bad boy, which is a thing she likes in men, I guess. We see more of this as the episode goes along with a lot of stuff wrong with her, but you don't even want to know what her deal is. She asks who the Vees are, and Alastor says that they're no one important, as we're introduced to the Vees and their massive tower and stores with each of the Vees medias that they are ruling over, Velvet being social media and fashion, Valentino being Angel's boss with the adult industry, a lesser version of Asmodeus, and we have Vox, who overlords all things TV, news, media, and advertising. We see that people who buy Vox's products, or Vox Tech, and watches his TV are under some kind of hypnotizing control, which makes me wonder if Schumacher's Riddler might have been ahead of his time with the Box, as Box has a sort of hypnotic hold on the people he rules over. We see him sitting in his throne room as he's growing in power from the people under his control. He gets a call from Velvet, which is literally on his face, which I must say how cute the pic of her is when she calls. She definitely has a look of a 2000 scene idol / clown doll. When he answers the phone, she's not too happy.
I need you up here now.
Whatever could be the problem, my dear?
Your little boy toy is wrecking my department while I'm trying to pull together a show. And just get to now, Valentino.
Annoyed that he has to take care of Valentino again, he heads up to put out the fire. It's also revealed that he and Val are in a relationship where they more than likely remove the part where Val was abusive to even Vox and the whole on and off again relationship thing that they made with the mini Instagram accounts, which has been stated to be non-canon, but some of them were like fun accounts made by some of the artists, I believe, for the pilot, but they were removed, probably to avoid any confusion from both Hell of a Boss and this show. The wall opens up as Vox is the same pose as his wall art of him smiling as he makes his way to Val. We also see the V-Watch for the ridiculous price of $9,000, or souls, if it's still the same kind of continuity as Hell of a Boss, at least as far as I'm aware of. And we see an ad for Angel Dust Live, probably an ad for his nightclub appearances. He puts on his best publicity smile as he walks into a crowd of press about the recent news about the impending execution deadline, and he gives the typical nothing burger that usual corporations give and promises a new kind of home security system against exterminators.
VoxTech Angelic Security is coming soon. Trust us with your safety.
You may also notice that he has the slogan, "Trust Us," a sort of "would you kindly" thing, for those who are fans of BioShock would understand. We also see that some of the employees of the Vees have similar features to the Vees themselves they're working for. The demon that has similar features to Vox, and even Angel Dust, whereas he has 6 arms, but keeps the third pair hidden, probably to look more like Val, who is a moth demon and only has 4 arms, and Angel Dust is a spider who has 6 arms. His assistant asks when he started working on angelic home security, and he replies 30 seconds, telling him to get a hold of Carmilla Carmine, another overlord, probably needing angelic tech for his home security, while clearing his plans, as he needs to deal with the sulking moth pimp. We also see one of his abilities being able to turn to pure electricity. It also might be a safe bet that he can also do that with TVs, but I don't know if it's the same thing with the V-Watches. We're introduced to Velvet as we get some nice view of her from a mirror, only showing a pink outline with their eyes glowing as she looks at the clothing and stuff they've made for her for the fashion show, showing that she isn't just an overlord of social media, but of fashion also. She also changes her appearance throughout the season, her hair and her outfits, which is interesting being that rarely happens with anyone unless it's for like a one-off scene. She tells Vox that Val is in his room waiting for his flat-faced prince to calm him down, as Vox is off to see what has Val all out of sorts. We see the 2 demons let Vox in the room. As they have feathers for horns similar to a moth antenna, we see Vox in a fog of red. which is made from hotboxing his smokes, as we see the smoke trailing off into hearts. A neat touch, may I add.
The ungrateful
Which are we talking about this time?
angel dust. Who the hell else would I be talking about? That walked out on me. Me. Made him. Without me, he's just a bag of meat with some mildly entertaining holes.
Val goes on about how Angel Dust moved out and now living at the hotel, apparently to get away from his abusive boss, which we'll get further into episode 4. Val making plans to go to the hotel and shoot up the place, showing an arsenal of weapons and other items that I'm not even gonna mention. As we see Vox, now the one calling the shots in the relationship.
God.
Think about it. Our brand is perfection. And what do you think chasing around town will do for our image?
Get up.
Right! Do you want people thinking you can't control your employees?
No.
Exactly. And hey, you still have him under contract. He isn't going anywhere. So you should
Do nothing?
Great idea! Now that's why they pay you the big bucks.
I like the added touch of the game show like Bell when Val answers. It shows that TV part of Vox's power and personality. Also that he's the one that keeps Val in check, so they keep a good image for the public. Vox offers to call the lowest earners so Val can have something to shoot, which is messed up just because you don't sell enough garbage when Valentino mentions that Angel Dust isn't the only one at the hotel.
You know, Angel isn't the only one spending time at this ratty hotel with the devil's princesa. The radio demon is there.
What did you just say?
We see the end of Alastor's battle with Pinchas, destroying his war machine, leaving him pancaked on the ground, thanking him for another forgettable experience. But little does Alastor know that this is not the end for our slithery, aspiring overlord.
For letting your guard down, huh?
Gotta give him credit for a graceful exit. Even in the face of defeat, he still manages to make a legendary exit. And by the way he flew, he was definitely not clear across hell and made a pretty rough landing. But he's fine. Alastor goes off to get his coat fixed at the tailor, which honestly looks pretty ragged at the bottom to begin with. So what Pinchas did couldn't have been that much big of a change. But I guess Alastor just couldn't have that. He summons some construction workers to fix the hole in the wall, which Angel Dust does what Angel Dust does and flirts with one of the bigger demons, making them uncomfortable. All the while, Valentino gets pissy, squeaking about how he's flirting with them and not even getting paid for it. Vox, however, is seething with absolute rage over Alastor being back, which is here that we find out that he's been missing for 7 years and that he almost beat Vox. It's also here that the theories start about where he's been for almost that time, although he keeps it secret, claiming that he likes to hear the theories. Maybe a nod to everyone making theories about the show. It's speculated amongst the fandom that he got into a contract with the powerful demon, which some believe that it's Lilith. I'm going to go with the side that thinks it's Rue, or the root of all evil. It does make more sense how he was able to get that much power, but it doesn't explain how he was already powerful when he first arrived to Hell. I don't know. We'll see if it's expanded more in Season 2. But whatever the outcome, I'm here for it. We get a creepy sky view of Alastor walking away on camera, and we see that even while he isn't aware, or we think he isn't, the screen jitters as he seemingly flickers in and out of screen, his face twisted in a horrific shape and blurred, while his shadow has the same creepy smile. Vox does a little bit of an exposition dump about how things have changed since Alastor left, maybe insinuating that Vox expanded his power to what he is now during the absence, as we get to one of the most memorable songs, Stayed Gone. I really like this song as it really gets into Vox's character and how he got his power through the people who blindly consume his products. As with every song in this series, I won't be showing any of it here, but definitely check it out. It is an amazing song. We see different medias like news and talk shows where he tries to trash Alastor to his brainwashed viewers and the other Vees who really don't care, which I really like how they animated Velvet's expressions here. Just then, Alastor interrupts the song and joins in, completely derailing it by mocking Vox and making the statement that he'd be powerless without the other Vees, which they didn't deny, giving funny faces. Which does raise a good question of how powerful would the Vees be if they were separate, and if they would have gotten to the power that they did if they wouldn't have teamed up and ruled the other medias and controlled them, boosting the others, and vice versa. And Vox is the weakest of the Vees, considering how TV is a fading media, and streaming sites and platforms like YouTube and other streaming sites exist on the internet. But I'm gonna say that I think Velvet is the one that really runs the Vees, but that's just my little theory. Alastor also reveals that Vox asked him to join the Vees, and he turned him down, which is the reason for the rivalry. Also showing that the more upset and distressed that Vox gets, he starts to glitch out and cause a blackout. But I think that's because he was hooked up to the cerebrum/matrix contraption that he has, possibly to get his powers from his followers. The song ended as Alastor sends a chilling message to Vox, mirroring the beginning of the song with a warning that he's going to end his status quo and how fun it's going to be. The Vees have a meeting on what they should do about Alastor, and now they should stop him from making any deals with Charlie. Also, they have a robot butler, which I believe is named Kitty. It's funny how they brought these kind of robots, which I'm not certain if they're made from Mammon or Osmodeus. I think Mammon asked Osmodeus to make robots and the likeness of Fizz so he can profit off him, and Ozzy wasn't exactly the biggest fan of it. I don't know. You amazing Hooties, let me know in the comments if I'm right or not, because you guys are awesome and would definitely let me know if I'm right. While hilariously bedazzling his gun and suggesting something nasty, as he tends to do, Vox makes the idea to have someone infiltrate the hotel and monitor the goings-on and try to think of someone who would be perfect for the job when Vox has just the person. Back at the hotel, while the wall is almost done, Charlie slumps on the couch exhausted. Angel asking how it went. You know exactly how it went. If it was successful, she would have came bursting in, dancing and flailing her arms around, excited that they got at least one person. Faggy explains that not a single person wanted to recruit to join the hotel when there was a knock at the door.
Why, hello, my dear.
He explains that he wants to join the hotel for a second chance, and Angel Dust understandably sees right through it. Charlie thinks it's a perfect opportunity to show that even someone as slimy as Pinchas can be redeemed. When Angel asks Vaggie to do something, Vaggie immediately melts to Charlie's adorable puppy eyes and caves. And who could possibly say no to such an adorable face? She welcomes him to the hotel, introducing him to Husk, and did I just hear Husk purring as he was drinking? It's a quick moment, but you can definitely hear purring, and it's too cute not to mention. Angel gets upset that Pinchas is treated more important than him, and when Charlie tries to sugarcoat why, Vaggie holds no punches.
Constantly make us look bad, harass the staff, and have literally never once tried to improve?
Charlie's saying that it's nice to have someone who actually wants to improve themselves, leaving Angel sad. I know it's hard for some of you guys to see your favorite spider boy be all sad, but they do have a point. Up to this point, he only used the place for a free place to get away from Valentino, and yeah, that is a good reason for some, but he's supposed to be there to redeem himself, not just be there and loaf and do nothing. He's introduced to Nifty, and she gives Pinchas the typical Nifty greeting, if one is a bad boy. Then we get to Alastor, who appears out of nowhere, now remembering him for ruining his coat, giving him a sinister greeting.
Ah, yes. You're the one who ruined my coat. I definitely remember you now.
Charlie says that this is the perfect opportunity to apologize, which he does by giving him back the piece that he took from him, which Alastor burns in front of him. You can tell that really hurt Pinchas, for Alastor told him that not many people can even take that much off him, only to burn it in front of him. It's pretty funny. Charlie does a cute introduction exercise so everyone can get to know each other.
My name is Charlie. I like to sing. And when we get to know each other, it's the greatest thing.
And to Pinch's credit, he actually goes along with it, even clapping. It's still funny how his hat's a part of him and his emotions. Angel isn't thrilled about it, and Vaggie makes a joke, even rhyming and clapping at the end. They do a little play that Charlie wrote with Angel as the crack dealer and Pinchas as an innocent child, Angel wearing a bloody trench coat and fedora, where Pinchas is wearing a stereotypical child outfit from the 1950s with the sailor outfit and hat, which are outfits fitting of the time periods they were in. Well, I think Pinchas was from the 1800s, but it's still a funny outfit to wear. Also, the way Charlie is sitting is just too cute. While they're reading the script, Angel giving some constructive criticism.
Wow, who wrote this?
It's great, right?
Keep going.
Pinchas being the thespian of the arts, he gives an Oscar-worthy performance, while Angel was much to be desired. I mean, come on, man, you're an actor. Give it your A-game. Charlie is blown away by Pinchas' performance, which, to give him credit, he memorized the script word for word, where Angel had to have the script with him, which, being an actor, even from the adult industry, he should be able to memorize a script, especially a small script as this one. Although, he might be like that because, more than likely, Angel improvises his lines. There's a quick line from Val episode 4 that supports this, that Angel just improvises the lines. Again, we'll tackle that when we get to it. Also, the fact that Charlie had Angel play the drug addict when he himself is an actual drug addict, kind of a bad choice considering that was the reason why all this happened to him, the reason he died, and why he got into a contract with Valentino in the first place. But then again, it was probably either him or Husk, and we all know Husk wouldn't even be caught dead doing something like this. While Charlie is cheering on Pinchas for his performance, Angel goes up to his room, feeling left out and unappreciated. We see some of Angel's room, which is interesting that their rooms are made to fit the person's personality. He looks at his phone and sees the mini voicemails from Val. It's a neat touch to have the lovey-dovey messages be hearts and the nasty ones be like teeth.
Baby, come home. It's not the same without you here. I miss you. Come back.
Angel, if you don't come home, you will be greasy truckers for the next year.
Hey, amorcito. I didn't mean to yell, but you know how crazy you make me. Hey, Angie. About earlier.
Kill your whole family.
Work's really stressful.
We see red smoke leak out of the phone as it wraps around his neck, another reminder of the situation he's in. He grabs a drink from the bar and sees Pinchas going to the library, where he catches him hiding a camera in the bookshelf, confronting him working for the Vees, which is surprising that he was caught that quick. While they fight, Vaggie and Charlie walk in, wondering what's going on, and Angel either being drunk already or still being disoriented from Pinchas' Jedi mind trick, reveals that he was a spy, and he tries to play it off that he would never do that, when Angel shows them the camera that he poorly put into the bookshelf, causing him to try and make a break for it, calling Vox from his V-Watch. A nice touch to have it revealed in the start, even if it is a blink and you'll miss it moment.
Pinchas, wait, you were caught? It hasn't even been a day!
Please, you've got to get me out of here.
I can't believe we thought you could handle even something this simple. And do us a favor, if they don't kill you, go ahead and do it yourself!
Pinchas gets in a fetal position, asking them to make it quick. Vaggie and Angel all for it, but Charlie stops them, and it's here that we get the second song of the episode, Sorry. And if any of you guys say that you guys didn't get teary-eyed during this song, you're a liar, because I did. It's a really nice song, where we actually see a different side of Pinchas, and how this is the start of him making an attempt at redemption. Seriously though, Pinchas was a character that really surprised me with how his character went. I'm not spoiling anything, but I'm sure if you saw the finale, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We get a cute scene with Nifty upset that Pinches is no longer a bad boy. As everyone goes to bed, we see Alastor pick up the V-Watch, calling Vox.
You'll have to try harder than that next time, old pal.
And there it was, Hazbin Hotel Episode 2. Radio killed the video star. What'd you think of the episode? It gives some context to some of the characters and explains some of Alastor's rivalry with Vox and how it's possibly got started. And it's the start of Pinchas' road to redemption. And all of it was an okay episode. It had some good songs, and yes, it's more character-driven than plot-driven, but we need episodes like this to help build characters and have them grow for later episodes. But anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, I'll see you when you visit the Allery again, and I give my hoot in the dark.
Hey, look at you! You made it through this entire video without shutting it off once! How good for you! Won't you be a dear and press that like button, subscribe, and let this Hoot in the Dark know exactly how you feel about this entertaining review. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Tune on in. This will surely be fun.